So going to the next one. What we've seen in the past, and we've heard it from panel members too also, there's a lot more data. The velocity of data, the variety of the data, and the volumes of the data in this connected experience are largely bigger, right? Now, for our day job, as we are going around finding where the problems are, when we are drowning in that kind of data, it takes a long time to find out where the problem is and where that red or that orange is. What if we have a scenario where we use machine learning technology to push to you automatically where the problem is? So your teams can actually focus on fixing it rather than finding where the problem is. So to kind of show us what we've been working on this type of technology and algorithms, we have Director of Architecture from AppDynamics, Jad Nauos. Jad, welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Pratap.
Right. It's all yours.
How are you guys doing? All good? So imagine this. Let's say today is Black Friday, and you're at your favorite restaurant, and you just ordered a massive burger, and you've just had your first bite. And it's a juicy burger. It's medium rare. You got all these juices on your hands and condiments everywhere, and you get a call from your knock.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually a good idea. Maybe we should change that story. But so now you're looking at your phone, you're going like, you're mumbling, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta go around. So you throw the burger away, you run back to your knock, you walk in, and it's just chaos. You've got about 30, 50 people all pointing fingers at each other, yelling at each other, and they're all looking at various different screens, different data, and pounding furiously at keyboards. And you look at the AppDynamics dashboard, and what you see is your East Coast is down. And you take a breather for a few seconds, you look around, and you decide this is going to take a few hours. Well, that's terrible. So what if there's an alternate reality here? Instead of actually getting that phone call, as you're taking your second bite, what you get is a message from your network team saying, hey, the East Coast was down for about 5 minutes, and we figured out what the root cause of the problem was, and we fixed it. You finish that burger, you go back, and you continue the rest of the day all happy.
Chad, I like the second version of the reality much better.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Black Friday or not, but that's a little bit better for me.
That's definitely a lot better. So the prototype I'm about to show you is actually a glimpse into how that would work. But so what is the problem really? The main problem is that we have so much data to look at, and you got to get all these different people to actually look at their data and figure out and make sense of it. You got events, you got metrics, you got snapshots, you got logs, you got different domain tools that you're looking at, and then there's no real correlation between them, and so you have to carry that context of communication between all the various teams. So we thought about how our users actually do their troubleshooting, and we thought maybe we can do something similar. So how do they do that? They start from the symptom. Maybe it's a bad metric. Maybe the checkout BT is slow. And then they start looking at data that's related to that. So they look at the metrics of the machines that are running that BT. They look at the database and its logs, and they look at the machines that are running that database. And so we thought, well, why don't we just automate that? Can we take that knowledge model, build it into our software, and then use that along with machine learning to actually detect where the anomalies are and follow that and build a causal chain of how a problem propagated? And so that's the demo I want to show. You ready?
And wait, this is slightly more exciting than the burger, so let's see.
Yeah. So what we have here is a 3-tiered application. It's a pretty simple application just for the demo. But what we notice is there's this spike that happened about lunchtime in average response time.
Just about when you were ordering that thing.
That's right.
Yep.
And so now you're thinking, okay, well, how do I figure out what really happened? And what I'd like from our root cause analysis tool is to just tell me what was the problem and see if I can fix it. So let's go to our root cause analysis tool. I apologize for the UI. It was built by my amateur hands.
And so great to me, by the way.
Yeah?
This works for me.
Yeah. So we're going to select the tier where the BT actually happened, and it's pre-selected over here. And we're going to set the time to around the time when that anomaly happened. And so then we're going to click Analyze. And so what this is doing now is it's going through all the, let me zoom out, all the metrics that are related to the BT and building this kind of dependency model and these dependencies between all the metrics and analyzing them for anomalies. Each one of these circles is a metric that we've analyzed. And the red ones are metrics that we've actually found an anomaly on. And so it's really hard to actually get any useful information from this, except that it looks pretty complicated. And what we want to do is actually get to the summary.
Yep.
You ready for the summary?
Absolutely.
All right,
I want
let's
to get
see.
to where the problem is.
I actually hope this works. All right, here we go.
Boom. OK, so walk us through this.
So what does it say? OK, this is saying that the first root cause that it found, the first potential root cause, is that somebody was running a MyDB stress process on the machine that's running MyDB. That doesn't seem very reasonable, and it seems like this is pretty much our root cause. And we've done that in about 3 seconds, I think.
Yep.
These two other root causes are actually because the delay in processing the DB request has actually caused the delay in processing the requests at the nodes that are making the calls. And so this is actually telling us that there's a secondary problem that has developed that's contributed to the end-to-end delay.
That's fantastic. So instead of you having to kind of click through and spend a lot of time, this actually pushes. It finds out where the problem is.
That's right.
Automates the discovery for you.
And ideally, when we actually send you an email alert, and you go and you click that button, we should have done that analysis for you by the end of it. When you go to the dashboard, you've got the root causes there in front of you so that you can immediately start working, and you don't have to go and call a lot of people.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
You can go back to the burger now.
Thank you, Pratap.
So guys, what do we think of Jad's demo? I thought so. I thought so. Yeah. A lot more important as we go to a lot more data. So this is super cool.